We used to get hung on trees.
Yep.
Just like black people.
Yep.
We're the same. We used to get all the shit. We used to get hung for the dumbest things, homie.
Yeah.
For correcting a little white kid on not using bad language. For looking at a white lady wrong. They would take you and hang you on a tree, throw a party, throw a whole barbecue, homie.
Yep.
You know? They're not the only ones that went through slavery and captivity. You know, we're actually the ones that went into captivity first, 1492.
It is considered by many to be the most famous tree in all of Texas. Okay? This is the famous hanging tree of Goliad County. It was a site of extrajudicial executions. In other words, this is where they lynched Mexicans.
How many Mexicans were there?
Some say 80, 90, 100, but we really don't even know. And of course, on the other side of there is a famous whipping post where they would tie Mexicans and other people, blacks, and whip them for transgressions against the social order. Over there, we have a tree where it is said that they hung the blacks because I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Even, in Texas, we had standards. You can't lynch a black person from the same tree that you lynch a brown person. And, it just ain't fitting. It ain't fitting. It just ain't fitting.
Right.
This is the kind of crazy racism that fueled all this. And why? It was economics. And it was also the fact that they wanted our land. They came here to take our land, and they were very successful. It's a tourist thing now here. Everything's named Hanging Tree around here. But, when you really think about it, it should give you the creeps. Back then, of course, a hanging was a big community event. Little boys would climb into the adjacent trees to get a good view. People would bring picnic baskets. They would make a day out of it. It was like a big jovial affair. Of course, this is for the white people. The black people and Mexicans weren't couldn't come to this because they were the object of it was to instill terror in their lives.
In 1892, Francisco Torres was lynched, hanged from a telephone pole in Santa Ana, California. In the summer of 1892, Francisco began working under ranch foreman William McKelvey. On July 30th, McKelvey was ordered to deduct a $2.50 poll tax from Francisco's check that totaled $9 for 6 days of work. The next morning, Francisco confronted McKelvey, demanding all of his pay. A physical altercation ensued between the two, resulting in the death of the ranch foreman by Francisco. Francisco fled the area but was later found and returned to Santa Ana. He claimed that he acted in self-defense after McKelvey attacked him and drew a pistol on him. The town was incensed with talk of vigilante justice, so the sheriff requested Francisco's transfer to Los Angeles, but only additional guards were posted at the jail. On August 18th, Francisco's attorney requested a change of venue to secure a fair trial. News reports reveal how the trial became racialized between Anglos and Mexicanos. Francisco was referred to as a brutal greaser, a racial slur I've covered in another video. He was also called an idiot in the papers and associated with the Indian race. On August 19th, a mob stormed the jail, bound and gagged Francisco, dragging him outside where he was lynched. A placard was pinned to his chest reading, "A change of venue."